ॐ ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्यशंकरादिगुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः आध्यात्मिकजीवनस्य पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्वशान्तिकल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं तत्कृत समस्त साधकानां संरक्षण पालन पोषण शक्तीनां साधनानां संपदानाम् अवाप्ति द्वारा विघ्न शत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणं श्री आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. In chanting, we will do Bhruguvalli, third one, Todasa. Om Athat Tritiya Bhruguvalli Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Bhrugurvai वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तस्मा एतत् प्रोवाच अन्नं प्राणं चक्षुश्रोत्रं मनोवाचमिते तं होवाच यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते येन जातानि जीवन्ते यत्प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ते तद्विजिज्ञासस्व तद्ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा अन्नं ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् अन्नाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते अन्नेन जातानि जीवन्ति अन्नं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगुं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा प्राणो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् प्राणाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते प्राणेन जातानि जीवन्ति प्राणं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगुं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचिनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत् तद्वक्तारमावीत् आवीन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ षष्ठोऽनुवाकः ॐ असन्नेव स भवति असद्ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत् अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेद्वेद सन्तमेनन्दतो विदुरिति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातोऽनुप्रश्नाः उत विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुताः शोकामयत् बहुश्यां प्रजा ये ते सदवोतप्यद सदवस्तप्त्वा इदगं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशत् तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्चाभवत् निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः 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 Salutations to Parabrahma, to Shruti Mata, Samasta, Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa, Acharyas, Rishi Muni Guru Devatas, to our own Vedavyasa, Vaishampayana, Yagnivalkya and Adya Shankara, to our own Gurus, Acharyas who are guiding us in every life. Having studied the Shastra, in Vyavahara, in Dharma, just abiding by those activities. Make a habit of it to avoid what is to be avoided and to do what to do. That's it. Life is so simple for beautifying it, making wonderful. So too, when we come to the Vedanta Advaita Tattva, it is only the understanding of the truth, the self pakka, and then abidance in the truth. Bas, there's nothing to be done. This is a knowledge about the truth. This is the nature of the truth. This is the self. Then just abide in this. It's a time taking effort, but when we give the time and try to abide in the self, the not self innocently automatically goes away. But where we have to struggle is to clearly understand the nature of the self. Upanishads do that exercise only for our sake. They guide us, train us how to thoroughly, completely, correctly understand the nature of this self. Be pakka in that. Use all quotations, use all logics, use all examples, but then come to the crystal clear understanding, doubtless understanding of the self. Then you are that. That's what. You just abide in that. Then refuse to be something else or become something else. Be the self. इसमें और कुछ नहीं करना. It clicks after many years. What is meditation is just to stop becoming and just being. That's it. What the samsara is, what instead of being the self, we were going on becoming this or that through upadhis and through the upadhikrita various karma. I become rich, I become educated, I become employed, I become officer, I become sukhi, dukhi, I become intelligent, I become unhealthy. These are all becomings are banavati are only upadhi. Just being sat, just being chit, just being ananta. That's it. But to come to this practice, the clear conviction has to come. For the sake of conviction only, we are going on studying our Shastras. So stop becoming just being. Avoidance in the self by having crystal clear understanding about the nature of self. The antakarana of they are so turned twisted with so many negativities, that it has right now has no capacity to thoroughly understand the self. Because to understand the self, tremendous amount of energy required of the intellect. उस तरफ जाना ही नहीं होता actually. Coming to study or listen to Vedanta itself is a so tough a thing to stay there for a few minutes even. Then what to talk about listening it, trying to lift our intellect's understanding to that level. They're all tremendous subtle powers, Shaktis. That is why to conserve all the Shaktis, to create all the Shaktis, or all these self accepted self disciplines and sadhanas. The Ashtanga yogas, Karma yogas, they conserve the Shakti. Then the Bhakti yoga that creates the Shakti of the intellect. The strength, energy of the intellect. As nowadays we are studying in our Yoga Darshana, with the Chitta having the very, very, say, distracted into Kshipta Moda Vikshipta Bhumika, and having so many of avantaras or antara. How can such chitta can even come to Guru and surrender to him, listen to Shastra and try to understand? मुश्किल है. इसलिए एक दो जन्म हमको ना पूरा अपने अंतःकरण को तैयार करने में लगाना पड़ता है. Tremendous power is required. Unless lots of pujas, upasanas are done, unless the divine blessings come, we can't. Take the example of Tara in Adhyatma Ramayana. Whatever great puja she has done, therefore Rama came and while giving Upadesh, he has filled her antakarana with such a tremendous power that she could understand and she could abide in the self there and then. Abundance. In case of Arjuna, the knowledge is given, but because of the immediate duty, he did not get avoidance in the self straight away. He finished all those duties and lived kingdom for some time. That by that time, all his inner strengths, energies are gained. Then, after some 20, 30 years of listening to Gita, Arjuna has established in the truth, in experience. So this is how a spiritual seeker, as and when he is going on trying, he will know where he is going wrong, what is the right thing he is missing to do, then how to change that lifestyle. These are all the continuous intellectual efforts to understand. Thereafter, avoidance. So may we also have not only pakka intellectual convincing understanding knowledge, but also the required sufficient energy, power invoked from the Lord, invoked from our own purities. That power to abide in that knowledge. May we have all that. And then, while being on that path, never ever lose the heart for any reason. If good prarabdha is there, inspiration is natural. If krupa is there, if it is not there, then some or the other physical ailments, psychological problems, something crop up which remove that shraddha in us, which distract us from the sadhana. तो उनसे हमको अपने आप को बचाते रखना है, बहुत जरूरी है. So this is how spiritual understanding, spiritual life, spiritual journey is always of ups and downs and ups and downs and ups. But all through going towards the goal only. One day we reach. Now in the sixth Anuvakam of second Brahmananda Valli, we have seen Tat Srishtva Tadevanu Pravishatu Tadanupravishya Satcha Tyatcha Abhavat Niruktam Cha Aniruktam Nilayanam Cha Anilayanam Vijnanam Cha Avijnanam. So Sat, the gross manifested, Tyat, the Karana, the subtle unmanifest, causal, let us say, Niruktam, Aniruktam, all speeches, vocal and mental, in which the description is there of the Sat, the Murtam. All that Aniruktam, the silence, because it is Amurtam, it is Tyat, cannot be described. So to Nilayanam, the abode, description of its base or substratum stay of the Vyakta Murta Sat, and then non abodeness of Tyatu Amurta, which is Anirukta. So too in the world we see Vijnanam, Chetana. Avijnanam is Achetanam, Tadviparitam, Prashanadivatu. All these are permeated by the one Lord. So too the last one, Satyam cha Anrutam cha. In the example, Satyam is this water in that pond. Asatyam is water in the mirage. Example given. We have to extend it to everything. Wherever is Brahma is happening, even for Brahma Bhranti, Adhishtanam is Paramatma only. Wherever is right understanding is happening, which is intellectual exercise, there is Adhishtana Paramatma behind that. So Satyam cha Anrutam cha. So that's what I'm saying. When the intellect is very sharp, subtle, totally Adhyatma oriented, that also Upanishad study, that also with Bhashya. For 10, 20 years, when we struggle, then comes that great intellectual subtle maturity to catch what is said in these sentences, even though we try to understand with the literal grammatical dictionary meaning. So the whole world is made up of these five pairs of things, inner world and outer world. All those are nothing but Paramatma only, appearing like that with his own tremendous Maya Shakti and power. That is why last one is Satyam Abhavat. See, the only three, four, five things, when we are very crystal clear, things are sorted out. These three, four, five things only doesn't stay in our mind intellect because of our Rajoguna of the Mana, Tamoguna of the Buddhi. You understand? Sattva used for the worldliness. कुछ ही चीज होते हैं today now. One, Param Brahman alone is there. Okay, what we studied, that alone we are saying. Two, it is his own kamana that he wanted to become many. He himself, from within himself only, the unmanifest Rupanamatmaka entire Jagat made manifest without himself missing to be in everything which got manifested. This manifestation is Satapotapyata. In that, actually, for Paramatma, it is a Leela, it's not a Samsara. Or in him, truly, all this manifestation, projection of the world is not there. Then what for the whole world is there? For the Jiva, means I. For what it is given to me, the whole world. Again, by step understandings to reach back to our identity with the Lord. Where are we lost? We are lost in the Rupanama. Is it not? So, by detaching from the Rupanama outside, by detaching from the Upatis inside, we, when get avoidance in the self, we get the Mukti. That is sadhana to be done. Where from these Upadis have come, where from the outer world where I am caught up has come, it has come from him. It is his expression only. So his own expression is the entire world. Yet in that world, you and I, who are also his own expression, instead of discovering that identity with him, we have a specified identity made for us. We make everyone also identifying them as an isolated entity. We total also we take it, but as separate from us. Then variety of transactions we are doing. All this is Maya. All this is uncalled for. All this is only samsara. Mm. Knowing this and therefore coming out of this and then just relaxed by being with the self is the thing, sadhana, spirituality. So when you open the eyes, the whole world, manifestation of Lord. And the upadis, a manifestation of Lord. Where is Lord? In and through all of them. But how to discover Him? By dropping them. And where is Upanaptisthana? Hridaya Guha. As what? Chidavasa. As what? The Chit. As what? The Sat. See how many? Only few things. Other than this, mana, its ability of projection, its ability of all emotions, its ability of sankalpas becoming desires, its ability of observing the happenings and labeling them as good or bad and calling or having towards something as extra liking to another thing extra disliking called as raga and dvesha. None of them are required. They are all khachra. These are all mind's projection, which are not required. They are neither required for Vyavahara, nor required for sadhana, nor to establish in Siddhi. They are in fact abstractions only. This in the Puranic Bhasha, yesterday we saw Shukadevji telling Parikshita, Manaha Srujati Vai, Dehan, Gunan, Karmani cha Atmanaha, Tanmanaha Srujate Maya, Tataha Jivasya Samsrutihi. We meditated on that sloka in the class. Same thing is this. What is there is only Paramatma. Okay, manifest in the form of this world for Vyavahara. In that you are and I also are there with specific identity. While doing so, on the seat of Dhyanam, through knowledge, understanding, transcending our identity from the grosser to the subtler, we can go into Vijnanamaya Guha. There we can find the Lord. There we can find the self. Self alone is Lord. Lord is my own self. So in this only, keeping on rotating, keeping on strengthening this knowledge and knowing what exactly to do and doing exactly what is known, one reaches to the self and liberation. Little out of that is an endless array of samsara. It is endless. It goes on pulling us with so much enchantment. Mhm. Like when the mind projected one thing, and with that we got identified, and that has become a habit. Then the mind goes on projecting minute to minute, hours to hour, day to day, years to years, even many, many lives also. Enchanted by those projections of the mind, we are lost. This is all to be avoided. This is how all the values that are given, Adveshta, Sarvabhutanam, है ना? काय को द्वेष कर रहा है? There is nothing other than God. Therefore, Maitra. Therefore, Karuna. Everything belongs to Lord. Therefore, Nirmamaha. You also belong to Lord. Therefore, Nirahankara. But what is binding us not to be happy, not to know the self? Ahankara. Mamaha. Sarvabhutanam Dvesham. Then, nobody with which, whom we have the Maitraha and no Karuna at all. These all gunas are Paramatma. Means the one who experiences Paramatma Tattva, because of the Paramatma Tattva being one without second, naturally at the time of expression, these gunas he expresses. That is why in anticipation we are told to practice these gunas so that our antakarana becomes qualified enough to discover that self, discovering which that saint behaved with these gunas. संतुष्ट सततम, always happy. Paramatma का स्वरूप है ये. Yogi, you are always one with your own self. Yata Atma, how can faculties be distracted when I am abiding in the self? Dudha Nishchayaha, there is no other option, I am the self. My Arvida Mano Buddhi, these Mana Buddhi are only in service to the divine, only they are. They are not going away from divine to start their own separate dukana to create this samsara. I'm just telling those shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, how those values all equip us toward the self by eliminating unwanted samsara that our mind is projecting all the time. Interesting. You have children, love them, serve them, full stop. Attach them to them or expect from them or insist on them is unnatural. Therefore, those things are make us suffer. So do wife. Love her and take care of her the way the Shastra says. The moment you start expecting or insisting, which are unnatural, then the resistance revolts. Every resistance revolt coming to us from the world is only to say that that type of involvement is not required to be peaceful and to be happy. So those things we have to discover. That's called as Vairagya. Where we discover that these things are not required even to survive happily. What to talk about for the realization of self? ये तो सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन के लिए abstractions ही है. Therefore, it's better to drop all these traits, all the emotions, all these types of attachments, etc. See, the Maya makes one Paramatma as two and makes identified with one and makes attached to the other and makes that person also himself also suffer. देखो कितना ये तगड़ा शक्ति माया का है. One Paramatma made as you and me, and I identify with myself, you identify with yourself. Then I am attached to you, you are attached to me. Or I hate you or you hate me. Then we act accordingly. Then we suffer. क्या ये सबकी जरूरत है? सोचो तो. But that's what our Raja Muchukunda was saying yesterday. Rajya Shriya Unnadhamadaha. सम्राट चक्रवर्ती रथ गज तुरगा सारो सारो चारों है मेरे. घूम रहे हैं. What an arrogance I had and forgotten you. Today, don't miss that. Wonderful slokas of Raja Muchukunda, complementing to our Upanishadic understanding. Upanishad says in this way you contemplate, you are Brahman, you are Atman. Everything also same Brahman. This is all intellectual. A step down from intellect is mind. Mind, the devil, who is guided by the Maya, does all projections, because of which continuous dukkha, continuous samsara is felt. Not required. No, don't we feel that कि after 5 years, when you look back 5 years back, you fought with someone. पता चलता यार ये जरूरत ही नहीं था, है ना, quarrel with someone, जरूरत ही नहीं था, dispute with someone, क्या जरूरत थी उसकी. उस समय भी वो जरूरत नहीं था, but we were not matured like this time, that time, इसलिए हमने ये वो नाटक किया. You understand? जरूरत ही नहीं. So all this upodghatam is to say that have the knowledge of self and get abidance in it, full stop. That's how the journey is over. Anything else is the mind. It need not be valued at all. See, when you study Upanishad, सीधा तत्व ही बता रहे हैं हमको, बस पकड़ दो तत्व को, ये है. Now we will see the paragraph, this one, what it is, the summarizing of the sixth Anuvaka in the last para of sixth Anuvaka's Bhashya by Bhashyakara. We will see it from Satyam Abhavatu Yadidam Kincha Tat Satyamiti Achakshate. One liner he gives. Then entire sixth Anuvaka's summary he gives us beautifully. Yesterday I told you, once more we'll see today. So first thing is what? Yasmat, be attentive. Satyadi, Satyat Adikam. Manifest and unmanifest. Murta Amurta Jatam. Having form and formless. Yat Kincha. Whatever. Idam Sarvam. Everything which is seen by us. Avishishtam. Without sparing anything. Vikara Jatam. All the seen Vikara Yukta things. Ekam Eva. It is one without second. What is that? Sat Shabda Vachyam Brahma Abhavatu. One Ekavastu, which is named as Brahma, that alone has become all these things. Have we got it? The digestion हुआ क्या इस बात का. सो कामयत से लेकर के सत्यम च अनृतम च अभवत तक, if you deeply listen, study, contemplate, then understanding is Satyam Abhavatu. Satyameva Tyatu Atyatu Abhavatu. Satyameva Murta Amurtam Abhavatu. Satyameva Niruktam Aniruktam Ityadi Samasta Vikara Jatam Ekam Satyeva Abhavatu. That is why everything is experienced as is. But too much value given to Nama Rupa, because of too much value is given to the Vyavahara, because too much value is given to Bhoga Buddhi, because of too much of the Vasanas, because of the too long time habits, that we are not able to drop this and catch that. So our own vasanas, desires, asaktis are forcing us to see the Jagat in Brahma and forget the Brahma. That is why ye mohamaya nikal gaya. Wherever you are seeing the Jagat, there alone is Bhagavan is seen. So to all great bhaktas, Prahlada and all. They don't have more of vasanas and desires, etc. Therefore, for them, the vision is so clear, कि everything is gone. Okay? But for us, because of the vasanas, they are coloring the Paramatma to be the Jagat as a bhogya vastu for us in the form of variety of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha to be perceived and enjoyed through sense organs, etc. This is what Mohamaya. Is it not? Like when you are having moha in the mind, in that person you see the friend or the enemy. Otherwise, there is no friend or enemy in that person. A person is there with his own characteristics. Useful to you, make use of. Not useful, harmful to you, keep away. बट नहीं नहीं मेरा दोस्त है मेरा दुश्मन है एक बार वो घुस गया दुश्मन दोस्त वाला बात then thinking goes on all in that direction and actions also become like that. This is all called delusion related samsara. Delusion created samsara. Everything is samsara. You give gifts to some people, that's a samsara. You gave gift because you are attached because some benefit you got from. Anyway, and you want that benefit to continue. Whereas to a sannyasi is nothing, everything one Brahman. That Brahman is me. Therefore, there can't be any vyavahara, which is possible only when there are two. दो है तो व्यवहार होगा ना. जब मैं एक हूँ कि सारा व्यवहार नहीं रहता वहाँ. न राग, न द्वेष, न काम, न क्रोध. None of the things. What a great achievement it is. Focus on this point every day. Some take home point should be there. एकम ब्रह्म शब्दवाच्यम सद्वस्तु एव इदगम सर्वम अभवतु. सी ओमित्येतदक्षरम इदगम सर्वम तस्योपव्याख्यानं भूतं भवद्भविष्यति सर्वम् ओंकार एव चान्यत्र कालातीतं तदप्योंकार एव. What is said there ki everything is Om and Om is Brahman, therefore everything is Brahman. Here it is proved explained this way. But all these sixth Anuvaka will be understood beautifully only in the first Anuvaka. The Lakshana of the Brahman as Satyam Jnanam Anantam is thoroughly understood. On the basis of that only all this thought development. If that is forgotten, then we are all talking about what still the vagueness remains. That Brahman, having obtained whom the ultimate Param is obtained, that Brahman whose Swarupa is Satyam Jnanavanantam, he is being searched in Hridaya Graha through all this discussion. अब किसको ढूंढ रहे ब्रह्म कौन है वो सत्यम ज्ञानानंतम सत्यम ज्ञानानंत का मतलब क्या है नहीं पता देन यू नेवर अंडरस्टैंड ऑपरेशन. उस बेसिस पे उसको भूल गए तो ये सब समझ में नहीं आता. So the last two lines are everything is tat satyameva abhavat. Yadidam kincha. Everything is that one sadhastu. Therefore, tat satyam iti achakshite. Therefore, all the jnanis, because they have experienced the truth in themselves, and from that standpoint, when they saw everything is that alone truth, therefore, everything is satyam iti achakshite. They refuse to even accept the presence of something other than the Brahman, that it has to be rejected. है तो रिजेक्ट होएगा. When you go to that desert, now real deserts, not even a blade of grass, not even inhabitation, nothing, only sand, 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 sand. Or go inside the ocean, nothing but water, water, water. Or go into the space of power, nothing but space, 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 emptiness. Is it not? In the same way, nothing but Brahman, Brahman, Brahman alone. That drushti, the drushti of the Sat, it's called Sat Darshana. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's that great text. He did not write Chit Darshanam and Ananda Darshanam, Sad Darshanam. सत्प्रत्ययाः किं नु विहाय सन्तं हृद्येष चिन्तारहितो हृदाख्यः कथं स्मरामस्तममेयमेकं तस्य स्मृतिस्तत्र दृढैव निष्ठा मृत्युञ्जयं मृत्युभियाश्रितानाम् अहं मतिः मृत्युमुपैति पूर्वम् अधः स्वभावादमृतेषु तेषु कथं पुनर्मृत्युदिवोऽवकाशः आरभ्यते जीवजगत्परात्मा तत्त्वाभिधानेन मतं समस्तम् इदं त्रयं यावदहं मतिः स्यात् सर्वोत्तमाहं मतिशून्यनिष्ठा सत्प्रत्यया किं नु संतं विहाय. Without the sadvastu, can anything be experienced as existing? Hridi esha chinta. In the hriday, this chinta should be there. If that is not there, then samsara. Beautiful talk, slokas there are. Sometime we study. Those 40 mantras will take 80 days. So here what we are discussing is tat satyam iti achakshate. Therefore, Brahma abhavatu tad vyatirekena abhavat nama rupa vikarasya. Because without the Brahman, the entire nama rupa vikara cannot exist. Tasma, 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 tasma. Therefore, tad Brahma, satyam iti achakshate. Brahma vidaha. Finally, therefore, it is not finally the world is existing that you have to conclude. Sara Satyanash. So स्वामी जी आप इतना बताया देखो पूरा गल समझ में आया. मैं कहना चाहता हूँ एक सेंटेंस में बताओ. Therefore the जगत is सत्यम. आ रहे थे जहाँ से शुरू किया वहीं फंस गए. तद ब्रह्म सत्यमिति आचक्षते. Not the रूप नाम. In and through all Rupa Nama, eternally what is there is Sad Brahma. On Sad Brahma only Rupa Nama are manifested or projected. They come and go. They are temporary. They are not permanent. Brahma eva sata iti achakshate. Jnaninaha Brahmavidaha. Therefore, Brahma Satyam iti achakshate Brahmavidaha. Because of these deep contemplation, the Brahmagyanis have discovered the Brahman as the Sat. They are experiencing it. First to that experience. Thereafter, on that any play, like first experience as man, then play as husband or brother or father or friend. It's okay. But conscious always, I am the man. So to conscious always that I am Sat Brahma. Then so kamayata bahusyam prajayeya. क्या फर्क पड़ता. But any moment Tat Brahma or Sat Brahma or Aham Brahma is dropped for any reason, disconnect हो गया, then get lost. You know, in the spacecraft, imagine karo, human beings have gone. All in space they went. As long as they are in the vehicle, they are with the vehicle, safe to come. Imagine they have gone out of the vehicle for any reason. In that infinite world, where will they get lost? In the space infinite. In the same way, the moment we come out of the abidance of the self, safe and secured, we get lost in the space of mind and its Maya and Maya's projections. We have to come back to our essential nature. I am that I am. You know that great book by great saint. I am that I am. बस वो हूँ मैं जो हूँ जो है वो मैं हूँ बस सत. Therefore, Tad Brahma Sat iti achakshite. Now, therefore, where is Brahman not there? Everywhere there is yes, as Sat. Now, the summary. Okay, today we'll spend only this one. That seventh Anuvaka chanting karenge हम आज. लेकिन beautiful it is. Very, very deep. We'll take up it slowly tomorrow. Now, how it started? Asti. Now, I'm doing the summary Bhashya. Bhashya in which sixth Anuvaka summary, even from the first Anuvaka summary, is given a take home point. Key points कहते हैं. Every meeting में toward the end, one who is writing the minutes of the meeting at that time He will just read out towards the end. This is how the agenda proposed by the secretary, approved by the president. Then point 1, point 2, point 3 were taken up for discussion. These were discussed. These are the outcomes put up in front of the committee for their own approval. When everybody signs it, then that thing is sent to the higher officers for their approval, higher departments. ऐसे ही होता होगा. मिनट्स पूरा चाक आउट करके करते हैं. In the same way, Bhagavan Shankara is giving the final points of this so far what we have studied, what we have understood. First, asti nasti iti anuprashnaha prakrutaha. What was presented prakrutaha means asti or nasti, that Brahman, this samshayaha, anuprashnaha, question. It is not a samshaya, it's a prashna. Okay. He asked, so clearly tell me how to accept the Brahman is there. ये नो संशय, संशय वाला तो संशय को पकड़ के रखेगा या विपरीत ज्ञान को पाएगा. संशय is a very different level of holding on to the doubt in the mind, not getting clarified anywhere. Whereas anuprashna is what? Samshaya is not held, it is to be given up through right understanding. Therefore, anuprashna krutaha, question is asked to an expert who can give answer and remove that doubt. So, asti nasti iti anuprashna prakrutaha. Tasya prativachana vishaye etad uktam. In reply to that, the Shruti Mata, the Guru Maharaj, went on speaking these things. What are the things? Atma akamayata bahusyam iti. Again, remember it. Because of the prashna that hai ki nahi hai sabit karne ke liye all these discussions. And these discussions, they were created the Brahman. They have removed the samshaya or prashna of the jignasu, and in his understanding, they brought the acceptance of Brahman. Even when he was in doubt, when he was in perceiving the understanding, he understood it before the even doubt's arrival. Brahman is Brahman always. Therefore, this discussion never made Brahman Satyam. Please remember. This discussion revealed to the seeker the ever existing Satya Swarupa of the Brahma. इन सबको पढ़कर आपने ब्रह्म को सत्य नहीं बनाया महाराज. ब्रह्म ऑलवेज सत्य है. हमारे मन में जो संशय संदेह संकोच था उसको हमने दूर करके वी हैव इंटेलेक्चुअली अंडरस्टूड, देन ऑन द सीट ऑफ मेडिटेशन एज आवर ओन सेल्फ. दैट इज मेन गोल. एंड फर्दर गोइंग टू द बुद्धि गुहा एंड ऑल. सो तद तस्य प्रतिवचन विषये एतद् उक्तम्. व्हाट इज दैट स्पोकन? आत्मा अकामयत. व्हाट इज इट्स कामना? बहुश्याम इति, that I want to appear as many. Then see, when he did desire, saha yatha kamam, as he decided that I want to become many. He is such a powerful, tremendous fellow. Not like you and I human beings have million desires, but even 2, 3 we can't fulfill. He is very powerful. Therefore, yatha kamam, as he decided, what did he do to fulfill his desire of wanting to become many? First, akasadi karyam. Okay, from the akasha up to पंचमहाभूत निर्माणम ही मेड पृथ्वी तक. उसके बाद क्या किया हम? सत्यत्वादि लक्षणम. The two pairs like of satya, tyatva, niruktam, aniruktam, all that sruštva he has created. Having created, what did he do? Tad anupravishya. He only entered that. Be careful, huh? Very clear explanation it is. He did sankalpa, kamana, to become many, because he has got the power to become the many. He used that power in a particular form of a process to become many. In the things, what he's done is these 5, 6 things he has done. First, akashadi karanam. Akasha, Agni, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. इन सबको कार्यम कहते हैं. So ये कार्य को निर्माण किया. Then with this Panchamahambhutas, Satyatu, Murtam Amurtam he made. Having made them, then what did he do? Tad Anupravishya. He himself entered that. Having entered, what is a Natak now he is playing? What is the play he is playing? Having entered himself in the Srishti created by himself with his own desire or sankalpa. Very crucial thoughts, huh? इसमें सब कुछ आ गया. He himself only playing the play of Kim Anupravishya Pashyan Shrunvan Manvanaha Vijanan. In this way, Bahu Abhavatu. Through the Upadhi created out of him only, he as if became many, as Pashyan Shrunvan Manvanaha Vijanan. Iti Bahu Abhavat. Mm, mm. Therefore, wherever Pashyan Shrunvan Manvanaha is happening, Brahman only has become that. Now comes this Pashyan Shunvan Manvana Vijnana tak सृष्टि है. But having seen Pashyan करके, liking the objects or the beings, having heard again liking the objects or beings, they are not in the Brahma Srishti. Therefore, they are the Jiva Srishti. Therefore, the Jiva suffers all that, not the Brahman. He became Shrota Manta Vijnata. Bas. He has not become the Kamayita further of the objects. He has not become desirer of the things and suffered. Therefore, यहाँ तक परमात्मा का अभिव्यक्ति होता है. Thereafter comes the Jivatma's Vyaktitva, where with the Upadhi Tadatmya, he gets enchanted by the seen drishyas with the eyes, sounds heard with the ears. Then he tries to eke out sukha with them. Then he labels them as desirable objects, goes towards them with raga or kamana. This is how the jiva gets bound. परमात्मा नहीं. देखो दुनिया सामने है, देख रहे हैं, कोई संसार नहीं होता. आफ्टर देखने के बाद when you start, like when you see a sky, when you see a sky, you just see it. That's it. You are wondering at it. What a huge infinite it is. Okay, do you have a desire? You see a forest, you see an ocean. देखो है क्या संसार. But you see grocery items in the shop. Immediately, you don't see it like Akasha. We can create desires. There no desire, no samsara. Here desire, therefore samsara. Who desires is Jiva. So Brahma's play ends after he became Shrota, Manta, Vijnata, Ityadi. In that there is no samsara. Samsara begins when the Upadhi Tadatmya, Jagat is taken as something other, then it is taken to be the source of happiness. Then, therefore, Raga, Dvesha, Kama, Krodha, then the samsara begins. All of that finally nothing but the thoughts born from one ignorant thought that everything is Brahman. One thought of ignorance कि सब ब्रह्मन है ये नहीं जानना. एक चीज से बाकी सब आ गए. Okay, tasmat. Therefore, tad eva idam, that Brahman alone, this, which is what Akashadi Karanam, which is the Karana for Akashadi, Karyastham, which is established in every Karya. This is intellectual understanding. But our goal is to get moksha. Moksha comes only when we get abidance in that Brahma. Therefore, after explaining this is what the Brahman became, we have to be told where is his Upalabdhisthanam. That is why such Karyastam, such Akashadi Karanam, such Brahma, Parame Vyoman, in that supreme space. What is supreme space? Hridaya Guhayam, in the cave of the heart, Nihitam, fully very well stationed there, to become available for those who search. है कि नहीं? बैठे हुए ऑफिसर अपने चेयर में एक ही आकर मिलते रहते हैं. You go to banks and any of the offices. There is a hall for the staff. एक टेबल लगाकर. But where is the officer? Who is inside the chamber? Where is president? Inside the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Everyone will go and meet him. There is everyone. Here, I, the Jiva, go and meet my own self, the Brahman, who is there in the palace of my own Hruday Guha. देखो अंदर ढूंढो इसलिए पकड़ो अंदर मिल गए ना फिर सब जगह वही मिलेंगे. So the last sentence is beautiful. Kim parame vyoman hruday guhayam nihitam. After this, the two sentences are important. Nihitam tat pratyaya avabhasa visheshena upalabhyamanam. Tat pratyaya avabhasa visheshena upalabhyamanam. How is upalabhyam? Tat pratyaya. Tat pratyaya means what? The chidavasa. Avabhasa means the illuminator or giver of that chidavasa. Through that Visheshana, he is available. Be careful about this. He is there to be experienced as the self, Sattu. But Sattu's first experience is Chitta. Chitta's second experience is Chidavasa. So, Tat Pratyaya means the Shrota Manta Vijnata. उस श्रोता मंता विज्ञाता कहाँ से आ रहा है? विशेषण कौन है उसके लिए? चिदाभास. चिदाभास is only vritti janyam, again vritti में reflect होता है. Then when the vritti is removed, what is there? Shuddha chitta is there. Sat and chit only. So, tat pratyaya avbhasa visheshena upalabhyamanam. As a giver of light, knowability to the chidabhasa, he is there. Therefore, asti iti evam upanabhyamanam, that Brahman, which is explained so far, asti iti is very much existing. Evam, in this way, vijaniyat, one should know intellectually, then through the persual, one should experience it also. इति उक्तम भवति. ये है इतना बोलने का मतलब. बस जो बोलना था वो ये था. अस्ति इति एवं विजानीयात् इति उक्तं भवति. Intellectually be, finally you have to accept him as asti. Experientially also he is experienced as asti, but that is not separate from me, therefore asmi. That is alone everywhere there, therefore it is called Brahma. Just dono mila do, aham Brahma asmi. What is that? Brahma means substratum of everything. Asti rupena in the Hridaya Akasha as my own self. Aham is equal to Aham Brahmasmi. Our channel name. Aham Brahmasmi is the meaning here. So, प्रश्न when was asked अस्ति वा नास्ति, प्रश्न का जवाब अस्ति के रूप में देना है तो अस्ति से ही कंक्लूड हुआ. इन बिटवीन ऑल एक्सप्लेनेशन है. कामना किया to become many. He only became all these pairs of Sat, Tyat, Ityadi. Then he only entered as Drashta, Shrota and Manta and made himself available as the Avabhasaka of this Drashta, Shrota, Manta expressions. And that Avabhasana is three levels. First the Chidabhasa, then Chitta, then Asti. Therefore, in the Asti Rupa, you have to obtain him. Final thought is this. Asti iti evam vijaniyat iti uktam bhavati. First, aham asmi. Brahma aham asmi. Aham Brahma asmi. And the Brahman is Sat only. Then Chit and Ananta are added to it to avoid the doubts which come when you take Brahman as Sat. जड़ता को छुड़वाने के लिए चित्त कहा, शांतता को लिमिटेशन को छुड़ाने के लिए अनंत कहा. बट ब्रह्मन इज एक्चुअली अस्ति इति. चैतन्य रूपेण. Why चैतन्य रूपेण अस्ति? Because jada rupena also is asti, but through jada you cannot reach Brahman. Therefore, Chaitanya rupena asti. Then other logic which we saw in other example or text, if the Brahman is not Chaitanya, then he is jada. Anything jada, it perishes. So too, if the Brahman is not Sat, only Chaitanya, then it is become again Asat only. Therefore, it doesn't exist only, that Chaitanya. Therefore, if it is Sat, it has to be Chitta. Because if the Sat is not a Chitta, it is Achit. Achit is equal to Jada. Jada is perishable. Therefore, itself is not Sat. Therefore, it has to be Chitta only. So too, if the Chit is not Sat, Chit is Asat, means it is not at all there. सत है चित्त, चित्त है सत होना है. एंड ऐसी चीज दो नहीं हो सकते. देयरफॉर इट इज अनंतम. This is how this last paragraph gave us an idea, summary of what is studied so far. तो है या नहीं है बोलने के लिए भगवान है, वो डिजायर किया to become many, he became many, then he only entered and he became appearing as Drashta Shrota Manta and etc. And Drashta Shrota Manta is an experiencer. The same one, when he gets lost in his identity with the Upadhi and outer things, he himself becomes Jiva. And then same Paramatma who has become Jiva, if one chooses to, who remains only as Shrota Manta Vijnata without becoming a Samsari Jiva, himself is available for cognition in the Buddhi Guha as Avabhasaka of this Pratyaya of Drashta Shrota Manta. And that is available only as Chidabhasa, then Chitta, finally Asti iti eva. Okay? Iti Vijaniyat iti uktam bhavati. Finally, it is recognized as Asti Swarupena. Little more contemplation, you will catch it. 2 या 4 या 10 बार करने से आ जाएगा. Then you know what to do on the seat of meditation, what to touch, what to experience. All those doubts go away. Clear? Now let us do the chanting only of this Saptamon. With this, I am announcing the conclusion of Shashta Anuvaka. Now we'll chant Saptama Anuvaka. Of this only we will do the study as we come tomorrow, of course, with the Sambandha Bhashyam. Om Atha Saptamo Anuvaka. Again, this is another big thesis. मजा आएगा डिस्कस. असद्वा इदमग्र आसीत् ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग्र स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यत इति यद्वै तत्सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसगह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दी भवति को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेश आकाश आनंदो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाति यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन् दृश्येनात्म्ये निरुक्ते निलयने वयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अतसो भयं गतो भवति यदा ह्येवेष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अत तस्य भयं भवति तत्त्वेव वयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ट्रेमेंडस सब्जेक्ट्स इज रॉ हेवी डोस्ट. चलो प्रभु की इच्छा से हमने एक राउंड तो लगाया. दैट फर्स्ट हर्डल इज क्रॉस्ड. ब्रेक थ्रू. Then put efforts, more repeated times you do. Why not? After that, Lord is there in us to make us understand. Definitely it will come. Om Purnamadah. Om 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 Om. 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namam Tatsat Brahma Brahmastu. Thank you, friends. Mm.